Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I just want to show you how I finished my quilt and show you how I put this together. So come along with me and let me show you how I do that. I just want to start out by showing what I showed in my last week's video and how I put this block together. One of the viewers made a comment that I made one of the squares wrong, and they were correct. I want to thank them for pointing it out. I did not see it, but I did go back in and change it. It is right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, and I believe it was 6 over. It's that block right there. I end up having to take that out and change it. I'm so glad I was at a point where I could still do that and the quilt was not done. So it was this block right here, and I had already sewed the row together, but I just took it down, picked out the stitches, and replaced it. I was so glad I was at a point where I could still do that. That looks much better. Now I will continue on and sew everything together. I wanted to point out you need to make sure you get these seams very close together. If they line up perfectly like a sandwich, they need to be right next to each other. Your points will come out perfect, and I just kind of wanted to show this. This is what I'm looking for when I sew these together. I just want them to be like a sandwich, right together. They need to touch. And as long as your blocks touch just like this, you will have perfect points. It's a little hard to show what I'm doing right now. That's why I wanted to point that out. But I am just making sure that all of these line up just the way I want them. And I am sewing each row together. You can iron each one as you go, or you can wait till the entire block is put together. I kind of like to iron it because that way you can see if your points are wrong. It really shows them if they're wrong, and you can fix them. This is a great time to fix them. Be sure to check out last week's video for how to do the squares. I wanted to put my block back up on the design wall now that it's done, and I just want to kind of get an idea of what do I want to do to it next. I love the idea of bigger borders. I don't want it to be too big. I kind of want it in the crib size or lap size. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take the white, I'm going to do a border around, and the size of this border is going to be 3¼ inches all the way around. And before I put the border on, I'm going to make sure each side is even. I'm just going to line it up and cut off any little pieces that are sticking out. And now I'll take it over to the sewing machine and sew it down. I am using 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. You could pin this. Sometimes I just like to do it just like this. Just kind of have to figure out what works best for you. I love adding borders. They can change the look of a quilt so quick. It is nice to have a design wall where you can hang it up and stand back and look at it and decide what you want to do next. I have decided that I'm going to do a yellow border next. This I'm going to cut at 4¼ inches. With a wider border, I like to pin it. It just makes it feel more secure. I don't have to worry about it moving. So the top was at 4¼ inches, and the sides I am doing 2 inches. That way it finishes at 1½. I really like the look of the yellow all the way around. And now I will add the gray. And once I get the gray sewed down, I'm going to also put a 1½ inch white border to finish it all off. This quilt was a lot of fun to make. I haven't actually quilted it yet, but I will soon, and I hope to be able to update you and show you. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll consider subscribing and hit the like button. And at the end of this video, I will put up 2 of my other videos if you'd like to click on them. Thank you so much for watching.